What's up, everybody? It's your boy Paper Chase back live at Diamond Owl Studios. And once again, I'm with my skittish boy,
the one and only Diamond Don Wannabe.
All right,
skittish.
Dude. Yeah, because when I went live, I saw you just jump a little bit. Yeah, you get a little scared. So, have you heard of Pinkpatheress?
I mean, like, I've heard the name, but I can't. I kind of recognize her a little bit, but I couldn't tell you like a song of hers.
There's probably a couple out there you've heard. I'm surprised. We played the first 2 seconds of this song when it was loading. He's like, I've never heard this. I'm like, that's wild, because this is taking over the TikTok world. Nice little slip up right there. This is taking over the TikTok world.
I don't really mess with TikTok like that. I feel like that's for the younger generation. Well,
I don't get on TikTok either, but Instagram, whatever it may be, Instagram Reels. You see all kinds of people doing videos to this. Yeah, and I honestly think she's a really great artist. So I'm excited to hear this full song. I've never listened to the full song.
I don't do TikTok. I don't do Instagram. I tend to just retire to my library and read, from one of my mini leather-bound books.
That
smells of rich
I know
mahogany.
You also love talking about yourself, but we were in the middle of talking about Pinkpatheress. You selfish boy. All right, guys. We're going to check out some Pinkpatheress today, though. I hope we enjoy it. We'll give you our honest opinion and feedback. And this is coming from a 50-year-old man who...
I'm 46, man. Come on, dude. Like, let me, just lounge in my 40s. I don't have that much time.
50 has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
All right, let's check this out.
Miss Pink, and I'm really glad to meet you. You're recommended to me by some people. Hey, ooh, is this illegal? Hey, ooh, it feels illegal. I've saw that quite a few times with paranoia. Oh, what's your name? I don't know what I should call you. Hey, ooh, he's 24, yeah. Hey, we're getting high up on the corner. One after one, now you're sitting on my bed. Then later on, we can talk on it instead. Two into one, while you're sitting on my bed. Then later on, I can feel shame in my head. We'll meet again when my head works like it used to. And maybe next time I'll tell my girl come through.
All right, first impressions. I like the beat. It kind of gives me like almost like drum and bass vibes, like the underlying beat.
100%. I feel like a lot of her songs have that.
Is she from the UK?
Structure. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm. Like,
yes or no?
No, I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, you're not gonna go out on a limb.
Okay, wait up quick. Chat
I like the name. That's how I remember her, because the name Pinkpatheress is just a super dope name.
That is a super dope name, and I mean all of her stuff is so catchy, and really like.
I have to know: is she from the UK? You've got to answer this question.
Okay,
burning.
I'm trying to type it in, but
burning.
Also like, okay, it's Pinkpatheress.
Burning Desire.
Yes, she's from the UK. She was born in Bath, England, and grew up in Kent.
How did I know that? Do you want to know how I know that?
How?
Because the UK is like strong for like drum and bass. It's like a big drum and bass, scene out there. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
But I personally love it because I like to hear that like influence in popular music, because I feel like a lot of popular music is kind of stale and kind of repetitive.
It's
and
nice to hear
it's
the beat
not
change up.
Yeah, it's just it's kind of like this formulaic stuff that's not very interesting. I feel like in the US at least, a lot of it is kind of a set formula. You kind of know what you're going to get with the beat, and they don't really like bring in some of these other elements. And personally, man, I love some drum and bass. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, she's got to be a UK artist, because they seem to be the only ones that are like really
integrating that
integrating it into pop songs. And like it's dope to me, because then it's like other people will like start to hear it and be like, oh, I kind of like that beat. And I feel like it opens a door for them to be able to see like, some of the other artists that come out of the UK, like High Contrast is a dude that makes like really good drum and bass. Chase Status, like Chase and Status.
Yeah, I mean, and I really like her voice, man. Like, she's just got a very unique voice to her, and it sounds very refreshing from the normal like pop artists that we get nowadays. So yeah.
Like the way you don't communicate, as long as you don't tell all your best mates. One after one, now you're sitting on my bed. Then later on, we can talk on it instead. Two into one.
You know what the other thing was that got me?
Mm-hmm.
This might sound stupid as hell, but all those patterns.
Yes, I was just about to say it's very posh.
Yeah, exactly. All those patterns are like classic. Like I feel like British tailoring. I don't know if you know anything about that, but they're like known for like
the Kingsman
Savile
type shit.
Yeah, Savile Row, and like they just have this deep culture of like tailoring, making really nice suits, and so that brought up those that imagery of like the British tailoring.
Facts.
Both of us, but tell me why my heartbeat is in a rush. Hey, ooh, is this illegal? Hey, ooh, it feels illegal.
I'm tripping.
I don't know about that little chorus though, man. Is this the Epstein like theme song here,
dude? I don't know. I think the song is about like
no,
like
I get
dating
it.
like
I'm
an,
just
like an ex's ex or like a friend's ex. Or
yes,
some
that
shit.
is illegal.
Yeah,
that is definitely illegal. That's off limits. Everybody knows. You know what I mean? You don't date your homie's ex.
Yeah, and like
am I tripping? Or you're that type of snake? You that waits in the grass.
Actually, that's not
to strike.
True. So
don't you?
I'm gonna call out something real quick. My first girl I was ever in love with, I was dated her for about 2.5 years. My best friend in the whole entire world. The day me and her broke up, they got together and they dated for 2 years, and he was my best friend in the whole.
How long
planet.
were you with her?
For about 2.5 years.
Dang, so the relationship was the same amount of time?
I started dating her about freshman year of high school, and we broke up at like when we started junior year.
That should be illegal.
They dated all the way until they
graduated. I feel like that should be illegal.
Dude, and it was like I remember jumping on top of that dude's car, just beating the shit out of him. Like, there's a lot of stories that go back into that. But anyways, no, I'm not that type of guy. That is illegal.
Okay. Yeah, that activity should be illegal. That song was dope.
That song is really good. Yeah, I honestly love it.
Yeah, it was good, man. The UK has got something in the water, man. They've had so many amazing artists. I mean, we've been reacting to a lot of Ren, but when you just think about the history of like all the bands that have come from there, like the Rolling Stones, like all these, artists that like completely changed culture.
The Beatles, Elton John. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, and then even just like I said, their influence on like modern music and specifically just like like EDM, all those genres, like EDM. I mean, that's like
I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but one thing I don't like is like UK drill. And it's funny because I used to listen to a lot of UK battle rap. Shout out Don't Flop. If you've heard of Don't Flop, they were like popping out there for a while. And I really was liked UK battle rap, but I just could never listen to those battlers like songs because they just have such a unique style. They're like hibbity biscuits and boopity boppity. And it's like, what the hell are you even talking about, man?
Do you remember the Streets? Did you ever mess with the Streets?
Is that
It was just like an artist. It was like on some I think it's called grime technically.
Oh yeah, no, I don't listen to any like of the grime stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, and like Central C's cool, but like I mean, some of their like poppy stuff, like when they get away from the rap, it's just incredible, man. Like, and it's not even that I don't like all their rap. There's some really great artists, and do you know the ones that I really enjoy? The ones who rap over drum and bass. Like those type of artists. That stuff's really fun to listen to.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much good music that's come out of the UK. Adele, just like ridiculous artists.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
It is you know, I bring it up, and the reason I'm harping on it because it's like, what other area of the world has produced that many bangers? You know what I mean? Korea's like, but historically, that's Korea's is up and coming. They're emerging, right? You could say Germany's had a massive influence on a bunch of different genres of music, you know, but I mean, man, it's like the US, I feel like the US and the UK are right there. And you could almost say that like the UK is just as influential, if not more so, because there's a lot of artists that came from the UK that like influence like US artists. And like the thing is, it's like a tiny island in comparison to the rest of the world. To come out with that much good music. All right, enough UK meat riding.
Yeah,
for one reaction.
And more Pinkpatheress meat riding, and she is awesome. You know, and I like it because she's a pop star. You know, she's got that iconic pop look to her, but not like most of the artists you're seeing nowadays. You know, she's got this very put together kind of cool vibe to her that we're not used to. You know, we got flooded for a long time with like the Cardi B's, and, you know, the Meg the Stallions of just, you know, big old fake booties and you know, breastises.
Are you saying you like the fact that she's got a little more clothes on?
I just like I like the fact that she's not overdoing it. Like she's a pretty girl and she's killing it with her vibe.
Let's bring back mystery, having a little mystery. You know, back in the days when it was like, you know, it was like exciting, you know, to see a girl in a nightie.
That's why he goes to Thailand all the time. He likes a surprise when the pants come off. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like, comment down below what we should listen to next, and subscribe to join us on our journey to find new music, find funny things, find things we don't like, and that's all I got.
Goofy ass laugh over there.
All right, guys, thank you for watching.
Peace.